Welcome back to the Observable Unknown. Human beings speak often about healing, much less often about repair. The distinction is not insignificant. Healing is frequently imagined as an internal process. Repair is relational. Healing can occur alone. Repair requires contact. This is why so many people discover that insight changes less than they expected. They understand the wound, they understand the pattern, they understand the origin, and yet their lives remain curiously unchanged, because understanding an injury and experiencing its correction are not the same thing. A starving person will never recover by studying food, and a lonely person will never recover by defining connection. A wounded nervous system doesn't rebuild trust through explanation alone. At University College London in the mid-20th century, psychiatrist and psychoanalyst John Bowlby began developing what became attachment theory. Bowlby proposed that human beings are born requiring reliable emotional bonds, not as luxuries, but instead as biological necessities. The infant doesn't merely seek affection. The infant seeks regulation, protection, predictability, a secure base from which the world becomes navigable. When those bonds become disrupted, inconsistent, frightening, or absent, the nervous system adapts, not because it's broken, but because it's attempting survival. Some individuals learn to cling, while others learn to withdraw. Many become hypervigilant, while some others become emotionally self-sufficient to a degree that appears strong while remaining deeply costly. The adaptation often succeeds. The repair often never arrives. This is where many people become trapped. They confuse survival with recovery. Decades later, at the University of Ottawa, psychologist Sue Johnson expanded these ideas through her work in emotionally focused therapy. Johnson observed something profound. Relationships rarely fail because people stop caring. They fail because people stop feeling safe enough to reach for one another honestly. The conflict visible on the surface is often secondary. The deeper question remains remarkably simple. When I am frightened, hurt, uncertain, ashamed, overwhelmed, or vulnerable, will someone be there? Will a compassionate witness be present when I suffer trauma? Repair begins when the nervous system receives a different answer than it received before, not once but repeatedly. This is why apology alone rarely repairs anything. An apology may acknowledge harm. Repair demonstrates change. A promise lasts just a moment, but a corrective experience lasts long enough to alter expectation. A neglected child hears, "I am here," again and again and again. A betrayed partner experiences honesty repeatedly where deception once lived. A frightened nervous system encounters consistency where unpredictability once ruled. A person learns gradually that the old prediction is no longer accurate. This is one of the most difficult truths in human psychology. Trust isn't rebuilt through intention. Trust is rebuilt through evidence, and evidence requires time. Modern culture often seeks instantaneous repair, immediate closure, immediate forgiveness, and reconciliation that happens faster than the injury. But biological systems move much more slowly than ideology. The nervous system maintains its own calendar. This is where timing becomes essential. Too much pressure too quickly can reopen injury. Too little engagement can preserve distance indefinitely. Repair requires proportion, the correct experience repeated at the correct pace, long enough for expectation itself to change. Within my system, temporal architecture, this might be described as recalibration through corrective repetition. The organism predicts danger, reality repeatedly delivers safety. Eventually, prediction updates. Not intellectually, but physiologically. And that update is what many people call healing. But what actually occurred was repair. The reconstruction of trust between perception and experience. Perhaps this is why genuine repair feels so rare. It asks for more than insight, more than language, much more than intention. It requests sustained participation, the same truth and reliability, the same presence repeated long enough to become believable, because wounds are often formed through repetition, and repair must follow the same law. Our nervous systems learn through experience. They are repaired the same way, not by hearing a different story, but by living inside of a different one. If this interlude settled somewhere unfinished inside of you, please make that known. Leave a rating or a review, not for validation or for recognition, but for signal, so repair reaches places where understanding arrived long before restoration did. Until next time, remember, you don't become what you feel, you become what you return to, and what you return to returns as you.